Uh, Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'll be discussing the second part of pharmacology from MUHS point of view. After the initial suggestions which I received in the first video, paper one discussion of pharmacology, I have been told to make it more concise. So I'll be trying that. At the outset, let me make it clear that some MCQs are pretty difficult, even from the university perspective. It is better if you know them, and if you don't know them, at least remember them. So without further ado, let's start. So we'll be starting from 2019 winter, right? So here we are. The first question in the reverse order: all of the following drugs have potent mineralocorticoid activity except. Now there are three group of hormones which are produced by your adrenal cortex, which is your glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids, and sex corticoids or sex steroids. So dexamethasone, from the option itself, you will know that it's a glucocorticoid. Aldosterone, mineralocorticoid. Fludrocortisone, mineralocorticoid. Deoxycorticosterone, again a mineralocorticoid. So this will be done by elimination. Corticosterone at the end, cortisone at the end, aldosterone at the end. So A, B, and D are mineralocorticoids. Dexamethasone is a glucocorticoid. So the answer is C. Which of the following antihistaminic drug has a prominent topical activity? Now, again, this question has been repeated many a times. Remember that it is azolastine. Why? Because azolastine eye drops are also available for typical, hypersensitivity conjunctivitis. So remember, azolastine eye drops, so it's topical. Rest all of them, desloratadine, mesolastine, avastin, all of them are oral, not topically. The drug used in oral candidiasis, remember, it is nystatin or clotrimazole. If clotrimazole is not in the option, you'll always go for nystatin. It's known as a nystatin mouth paint. So the drug of choice in oral candidiasis is nystatin. Choice of insulin preparation in diabetic ketoacidosis, you'll use plain insulin. Plain insulin along with 0.45 percentage of NS or normal saline. Normally, what we use is 0.9%, but in diabetic ketoacidosis, we use 0.45. We give a lot of fluids, and along with that, we give insulin, right? Glucocorticoids may have to be used for prolonged period in all of the following conditions. Now, you will not want to use glucocorticoid in any acute condition, be it asthma or be it anything. So, status asthmaticus, you will not use. Rheumatic fever, yes. Lymphatic leukemia, yes. Ulcerative colitis, yes. Any long-term or chronic granulomatous condition. Now, rheumatic fever is generally after post-streptococcal pharyngitis. Lymphatic leukemias as well, ulcerative colitis. All of these are basically long-term inflammatory processes. So in that you want to suppress your immune system. So you will use glucocorticoids. But in status asthmaticus, no. Drug of choice in status asthmaticus is a beta agonist such as salbutamol or terbutaline. Right. Estrogen therapy can worsen all of the following conditions except acne. Remember, it is acne. It does not worsen migraine, cholelithiasis, endometriosis. It's my bad. It worsens migraine, cholelithiasis, endometriosis because estrogen itself promotes endometrial hyperplasia. It can promote migraine due to vasodilation. It can promote cholelithiasis. Why? Because it inhibits peristalsis. However, it has no relation with acne. So the answer is acne. Which of the following vaccines is used as an adjuvant in immunotherapy of cancer? So for bladder cancer, you use BCG as an immunomodulator. So BCG generally its use is for an anti-TB vaccine because it is used in prevention of tuberculosis. Bacillus calmette-guerin, it is used against TB bacilli, but as an adjuvant, it is used to treat bladder cancer along with cyclophosphamide, right? Isoniazid is metabolized by acetylation. So shift drugs are generally metabolized by acetylation. Remember, isoniazid acetylation. Average duration of antimicrobial activity, single dose benzodiazepine penicillin. Benzodiazepine penicillin is generally not nowadays used. It was given intramuscularly. It was basically a once in a month regimen. So it acts like 28 days or 1 month. Which of the following fluoroquinolones has a long elimination half-life and is unexcreted? Now, basically, there's first generation, there is second generation. So, first generation, we have Norflox, Oflox, Pflox, Ciproflox. What remains is Lomiflox. So, Lomiflox is a second generation ciprofloxacin. It has a longer half-life, changed in urine, and it does not interfere with metabolism of other drugs. So, the answer is Lomifloxacin. Choline antibiotics primarily act by. Now, antifungal agents are primarily important because they'll be asked in your SAQs and MCQs a lot of time. So remember each of the drugs along with its categories and its mechanism. So Pauline, it acts by creating micropores in the fungal cell membrane, and osmotically there will be a lysis of the cell, right? Which of the following drug can cause Parkinsonism? Now all antipsychotics can cause Parkinsonism. Your haloperidol, promethazine. Instead of promethazine, basically your haloperidol has the maximum effect of causing Parkinsonism. So drug-induced Parkinsonism, which is the drug haloperidol. Benzhexol, benztropine, basically these are drugs used in the treatment of drug-induced Parkinsonism, right? Because haloperidol will decrease your acetylcholine. So due to imbalance between acetylcholine and dopamine, what you'll have is basically Parkinson-like symptoms. So your haloperidol will decrease your dopamine. So now dopamine is decreased, you have a lot of acetylcholine. So what you want to do is you want to regain that balance. So you'll give benztropine or benzhexol. Basically, these are anti-muscarinics. So these will reduce your level of acetylcholine, and now those symptoms of Parkinson will go away. So remember, antipsychotics generally cause drug-induced Parkinsonism. Drugs of choice to reverse it is benzhexol and benztropine. Which of the following agent is preferred to produce trigeminal nerve block? Any nerve block, you'll always use lignocaine. So remember, it's lignocaine. Lignocaine acts as a sodium potassium ATPase inhibitor, right? Prolongation of sodium channel inactivation is seen with all of the following antiepileptics except, is it phenytoin? Yes. Carbamazepine? Yes. Lamotrigine? Yes. Ethosuximide. Ethosuximide acts on the calcium channels. It does not act on sodium channel uh, opening, sodium channel inactivation. It does not act there. It acts on calcium channel. And drug of choice for absent seizures is ethosuximide. Remember it. Antitussive action of which of the following drugs is not blocked by naloxone? Now, the drugs which will not be opioids, they will not be blocked by naloxone. So, codeine, morphine, folcodeine, all of them are opioids. All of them have abuse potential, addiction potential, dependence potential. So, for that, you can use naloxone. But dextromethorphan, no, dextromethorphan is not an opioid. So, it's a non-opioid antitussive. So, naloxone won't be useful. Antiplatelet dose of aspirin, remember it is 75 to 150 milligram. So the answer for one is basically B, right? So winter 2019 is done. Now, yes. Yes, so question is which of the following is an echinocandin? So echinocandin is, you have capsofungin and micafungin. Remember that these are echinocandins. Nystatin, I told you it was for your oral candidiasis, also known as oral thrush. Tolnaftate is used topically for dermatophytosis, right? So the answer here is capsofungin. Zafirlukast. So Leucast is leukotriene antagonist. So the answer is straightforward. It's leukotriene. Third generation cephalosporin, which can be given orally, is it is cefodoxime proxetil. Classification of cephalosporins, very, very important. Just go through it once before your exam, because despite revising it n number of times, it is very hard to remember it. Drug used to treat drug-induced Parkinson. Again, it's a repeat question. I told you it's benzhexol and benztropine. Levodopa, carbidopa, it's a fixed drug combination. Amantadine, again, it's a dopamine antagonist. Dopamine agonist. Benzhexol, no. Benzhexol and benztropine are anti-muscarinics, right? Oral hypoglycemic drugs that belong to SGLT2 inhibitor, it is glyphosins. All glyphosins are, so dapagliflozin, canagliflozin, those are SGLT2 inhibitors. So they will promote urinary excretion of glucose. Which of the following is a non-sedative antihistaminic? Which is the drug which we normally use? We use levocetirizine, the L form of cetirizine. So why do we use that? Because compared to its previous drugs such as diphenhydramine or promethazine or chlorpheniramine, all of which have a sedative action, cetirizine or levocetirizine does not have a sedative action. Next question is sulfonamide preparation used in treatment of ocular infection. Now, ocular infection, remember this option. Yes, you will use sulfacetamide. Sulfamethoxazole, no. Sulfadoxin, no. You will use sulfacetamide for gonococcal conjunctivitis, right? Sulfacetamide eye drops. Which of the following hypolipidemic drug is lipoprotein lipase activator? Fibrates. Answer should be clofibrates. So clofibrates are basically, fibrates are PPAR alpha, and by that action they activate your lipoprotein lipase and they degrade the lipoprotein lipase. So they will not allow the release of fatty acids from the liver. Gum hypertrophy, phenytoin. Now phenytoin has a high chance of coming as an SAQ. So remember all the adverse effects of phenytoin. basically all phytopathic effects. It also causes gum hypertrophy, hirsutism, right? So remember phenytoin adverse effects. Of the following used in prophylaxis of migraine, migraine is again very important. Prophylaxis of migraine, you'll always use propranolol, non-selective beta blocker. But for an acute attack of migraine, what will you use? You'll use sumatriptan, right? The answer is sumatriptan. Propranolol is prophylaxis of migraine. Sumatriptan is acute treatment. So they have asked prophylaxis, the answer is propranolol. Which of the following is a macrolide? Macrolide is azithromycin and clarithromycin. Clindamycin is basically a, what is clindamycin? Clindamycin is a lincosamide. It is not a macrolide. So the answer is azithromycin. Minipill contains, now see, OC pills, you will always have combined pills such as estrogen progesterone pills, or you'll have only progesterone only pills. You'll not have only estrogen pills. So they have not asked basically OCP. So a minipill is a type of OCP, so you will have low dose progesterone. It can never be low dose estrogen because it is always combined with progesterone. Anti-estrogen, anti-progesterone, no. Which of the following not a benzodiazepine? Alprazolam, yes. Nitrazepam, yes. Diazepam, yes. Zolpidem, no. Zolpidem, Zaleplon, Zalepiklon, all of them are Z category drugs. They are not benzodiazepines, but they are newer drugs which are used for their sedative action and hypnotic action, right? To promote sleep. So the next question, longer acting steroid is, now see, Predni 40 mg, Hydrocot 100 mg, Triamcinolone, all of them are very short acting. This question has again been repeated. Betamethasone and beclomethasone, all of them, B and B, both of them are long acting steroids. So remember them. Which of the following is serotonin reuptake inhibitor? Amitriptyline, no, it's a TCA. Imipramine, no. Fluoxetine, yes. Fluoxetine is a SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. So it's the answer is fluoxetine. Fluoxetine, duloxetine, both of them are SSRIs. Vaccine given by intradermal route, answer is BCG. BCG is a live attenuated vaccine. Which of the following vaccines is used as an adjunct in immunotherapy of cancer? Repeated for the third time. Answer is BCG. Which cancer? Bladder cancer. Disodium chromoglycate. Now, see, you have mast cell stabilizers and you have basically leukotriene antagonists such as montelukast, zaferlukast. So disodium chromoglycate or ketotifen, both of them are mast cell stabilizers. So will they be used for treatment of acute asthmatic attack? No. Now, so answer option number A and B both mean the same thing. Acute asthmatic attack and status asthmaticus, both are the same. Prevention of acute asthmatic attack, yes, because they will prevent the release of histamine from the mast cells. So these are mast cell stabilizers used for long-term prophylaxis. So that is prevention of acute asthmatic attack. Treatment, I have told you, it is salbutamol, terbutaline, and not steroids, not mast cell stabilizers. Most important indicator for use of mifepristone is generally used for first trimester abortion. Mifepristone is which prostaglandin analog? It is PGE2. Never forget that mifepristone is PGE2 analog. Which of the following insulin preparations has the longest duration of action? Now, lente means long. Ultra lente means very long. There's nothing called semi-lente as such. I'm not aware of it. Plain is basically a regular insulin. Lente is long. Ultra lente is ultra long. I'll tell you a classification of insulins which is there, and just revise it before you go for your exams. Therapeutic uses of potassium iodide include all except long-term treatment of hyperthyroidism, no. Pre-operative preparation for thyroidectomy and hyperthyroidism, yes. Basically, you want to reduce your hyperthyroidism, you want to bring it to a euthyroid state. So, pre-operative preparation, yes, you want to bring it to a euthyroid state. As an expectorant, yes. Prevention of endemic goiter, yes, because goiter is iodine deficiency, so you can give iodine. But already, if there is hyperthyroidism, will you want to give it? No, you would not want to give it. Right. So the answer is 12th is A. Antifungal drug for both dermatophytosis and systemic mycosis. Blindly, the answer is ketoconazole. Amphotericin B is only systemic. Clotrimazole is orally. Desoflavin is again systemic. The answer is ketoconazole. Which of the following anti-leprosy drugs additional anti-inflammatory property? Now, which drug is similar, or which is the ending which is similar to ON? Because all your steroids generally end with ON, dexamethasone, hydrocortisone. So the answer is dapsone. Even if you do not know, you can safely mark the answer as dapsone. anti-leprosy plus anti-inflammatory action. Why? Because leprosy generally is a class 4 hypersensitivity reaction. Which of the following drugs is effective against viral infections? Answer is foscarnet. Why foscarnet? Foscarnet is basically a pyrophosphate. A pyrophosphate will not be attached on pyrophosphatase. So foscarnet is a pyrophosphatase inhibitor. Which of the following drug is most effective in amoebic cyst passers? This is repeated many times. It has a high probability of being repeated again. Basically, amoebic cyst passers are those who have those cysts in your lumen because they are passed from your lumen. So you need a luminal amebicide, and the answer is diloxanide fluorate, right? Diloxanide fluorate. Selective 5-HT receptor partial agonist used as an anxiolytic is buspirone. Buspirone is generally used as a substitute anxiolytic. Why? Because it has a very shorter duration of action, but it does not have the sedative and hypnotic property. It is used exclusively for anxiolysis. So answer is buspirone. Buspirone, where else have you learned? Buspirone is also used in smoking cessation. Antidote for acute morphine poisoning? Naloxone, without a doubt. Which of the following short-acting local anesthetic agent? Now, chlorprocaine, tetracaine, prilocaine, debucaine. So prilocaine is basically the short-acting local anesthetic agent, but it's very short. That's why we don't use it. What will you use? Lignocaine. Lignocaine is also used in nerve blocks, trigeminal block. Treatment of menopausal symptoms are all except progesterone, estrogens, danzol, tibolone. Now, progesterone and estrogens, will you give? Yes. Tibolone, yes, because it's a progesterone type only. Danzol, no. Danzol is basically an androgen, so you'll not like to give an androgen. So the answer for 8 is, just check it again. They say it's tibolone, but between B and D, the better answer is tibolone. Anti-B lymphocyte antibody used in rheumatoid arthritis is rheumatoid arthritis. You will use TNF alpha inhibitor, and the answer is infliximab, TNF alpha inhibitor. Anti-inflammatory dose of aspirin. See, anti-platelet dose was 75 to 150 milligram. Anti-inflammatory dose is 300 to 600 microgram. Remember it. Rapid acting insulin analogs are all except. Now see, rapid acting, you have Lispro, Aspart, and Glulicin. So all the three are there. Lispro, Aspart, Glulicin. Glargine and Detamar is basically your long acting, and Degludec is very long acting. So Detamar is basically your long acting, right? Glargine and Detamar. So the answer is Detamar. Lispro, Aspart, Glulicin, very short acting. Which of the following is a long acting glucocorticoid? See, hydrocortisone, told you it is short acting. Triamcinolone, yes. Cortisone, yes. Beclomethasone and betamethasone, both of them are long acting. So the answer is D. Oxidizing antiseptic, which of the following will produce free radicals? Without doubt, it is hydrogen peroxide. So the answer is hydrogen peroxide. Which of the following is a urinary analgesic agent? So you'll use phenazopyridine. Cyclopam is basically used to treat antispasmodic in your. So which of the following is urinary anesthetic agent? Basically anything which will prevent your peristaltic movements or a spasmodic pain. So you'll use cyclopam. Cyclopam, both urinary spasms and intestinal spasms. Which of the following is a monobactam? Aztreonam is a monobactam. Now see your penicillins, you basically beta-lactam group of antibiotics. You have penicillins, you have your cephalosporins, you have monobactams, and you have sulbactams. Sulbactams, basically ampicillin sulbactam or amoxicillin clavulanic acid. So those are basically non-monobactams or sulbactams. Monobactam you'll have Aztreonam. It's not generally nowadays it's generally not used, right? Yeah, so the second question and the eighth question, it's better if you discuss with your friends because even I am not pretty sure. If given an option, I would go with Danzol here because Danzol is an anti-androgen and I would not want that. Not anti-androgen, basically it's an androgen substitute or an androgen analog, so I would not want that. And urinary analgesic agent, phenazopyridine or cyclopam. Better answer is phenazopyridine. Maybe you can go with cyclopam as well. Right. So the next paper is most common analgesic of choice for arthritis. Without it is ibuprofen 400 mg. Effect of following agent is most marked and fastest in osteoporosis. For osteoporosis, which is a drug of choice which you will give, it is bisphosphonates. Rather than calcium, you will give bisphosphonates because they have the fastest onset of action. Following agent is non-opioid cough suppressant, codeine, bromhexine, noscapine, ambroxol. Now see, bromhexine and ambroxol, both of them are mucolytics. They are not cough suppressants. Codeine is a cough suppressant. Yes, it is an antidepressive, but it is opioid. Noscapine is a non-opioid antidepressant. Which of the following is a bacterial live attenuated vaccine? BCG. If BCG is not given, the second answer is mumps. Right? Measles is a killed vaccine. Mumps is a live attenuated vaccine. Disulfiram raises the level of following on consumption of alcohol. Now, disulfiram reaction is also very important. See, you have alcohol, which will be converted to your aldehyde. Aldehyde will be converted to acid. Now, so alcohol to aldehyde, you have alcohol dehydrogenase. So acetaldehyde will be formed. Acetaldehyde will not form acid, carboxylic acid further. Why? Because you will have aldehyde dehydrogenase inhibitor, which is disulfiram. So the disulfiram will raise the level of acetaldehyde, right? It will not form acetate. So it will decrease level of acetate, it will raise the level of acetaldehyde. Uterus contracts in response to PGE2, PGF2 both. It will contract in response to both. PGE2 analog is misoprostol. PGF2 analog is carboprost, right? Carboprost. Carboprost is basically the main PGF2 analog. So both A and B. The answer given behind is incorrect. Antitubercular drug used against Mycobacterium leprae, rifampicin. Drugs used in leprosy, rifampicin, clofazimine, and dapsone. Tacrolimus is what is tacrolimus? Basically, it's a calcineurin inhibitor. So calcineurin inhibitor, and that's why it will prevent T cell proliferation. So the ninth, the answer is B. Oral contraceptive failure. So oral contraceptive failure can occur if you have drugs which will induce its metabolism. So or OCPs are generally not given with rifampicin because rifampicin is an inducer. Cimetidine inhibitor, omeprazole inhibitor, insulin no action. Flumazenil can reverse no once. Fastest acting anti-malarial agent. Now the drugs of choice are basically your artemisinin analogs, artemisinin and lumefantrine, etc. So you'll give artemisinin because those are the fastest acting anti-malarial agents. Flumazenil can reverse respiratory depression caused by flumazenil is an antidote of BZD. So answer is MIDAS, right? Anti-epileptic drug can produce polycystic ovarian disease. What is the answer? Sec. Huh. Yeah. So the answer is valproate causes your polycystic ovarian syndrome, right? Which is fourth generation cephalosporin. Cephalosporin, that is cefepime and cefepirone. Both of them are fourth generation. Which is fifth generation? Ceftobiprole and ceftobutane. Ceftibutane, ceftobiprole, fifth generation. Cefepime, cefepirone, fourth generation. Vispirone, again, Vispirone is an anxiolytic. It's not a sedative. It's an anxiolytic 5-HT agonist, partial agonist. Carbimazole as compared to propylthiouracil. See, propylthiouracil given pregnancy, P for P. Carbimazole, don't give it in pregnancy. So carbimazole is more potent, it is longer acting, it does not inhibit? No, it inhibits peripheral conversion. Crosses placental barrier less? No, it crosses placental barrier. So the answer is C, right? Propylthiouracil inhibits T4 to T3. Carbimazole does not inhibit T4 to T3. Sulfonamide with the longest duration of action is sulfadoxine. Sulfacetamide was basically your eye drops. Sulfamethoxazole is basically your antibiotic. Sulfadoxine, longest duration. Now it's not used. Which of the following is a contraindication for use of bisphosphonates? Bisphosphonates are notorious for causing peptic ulcers. So you will not use them for peptic ulcer. They are used in the treatment of osteoporosis, not in peptic ulcer. Following drugs used in treatment of dry cough. Now, dry cough, you will want an antitussive. Which of them are antitussive? Codeine, yes. Bromhexin, no. It's mucolytic. Potassium citrate, no. Ammonium chloride, no. Both of them are basically the viscid mucus will be liquefied. So all three of them are not used. Codeine is an antitussive. Non-opioid antitussive is dextromethorphan. Drug used for treatment of rheumatoid arthritis includes all except, is it leflunomide? Yes. Hydroxychloroquine? Yes. Infliximab? Yes. Anti-TNF alpha? Yes. Chloroquine? Yes. Leflunomide? Yes. Because it's a DMARD. DMARD is disease modifying anti-rheumatic agent. Colchicine? No. Colchicine has no effect. Which of the following drugs is used for treatment of acute attack of migraine? Drug of choice is sumatriptan. Prophylaxis is propranolol. Propranolol prophylaxis P. Sumatriptan treatment T. Which of the following is an adverse effect of sildenafil? Now, what is sildenafil? Sildenafil is a phosphodiesterase 5 inhibitor. क्या होता है? Your CGMP is basically GTP is converted into CGMP. Now CGMP will produce NO, and NO will lead to vasodilation. So vasodilation की वजह से your blood flow to your vessels of the penis will increase, and that will lead to a sustained ejection. So you don't want that to go away in people who have erectile dysfunction. So what will you give? You will give sildenafil, which is phosphodiesterase 5 inhibitor. So that CGMP will not be degraded by phosphodiesterase, and you will have the person will have a sustained erection. So which of the following is an adverse effect of it? The adverse effect is color blindness, blue color blindness, right? And drugs that can, 1 second, drugs that can be used for treatment of lepra reaction include all of the following except Rapsone, yes. Clofazimine, wait. Yes. Thalidomide, yes, but thalidomide is no longer used because now it causes, we have known that it causes seal limbs. So it is a group D or type D adverse event. And after many years, the events, it's a delayed reaction. Prednisolone, no. Prednisolone cannot be used for it. Prednisolone is a short acting thing, right? Which of the following antimicrobial drug has immunosuppressant action? Answer is chloroquine. Chloroquine has immunosuppressant. That's why you are using it in rheumatoid arthritis, right? Because it suppresses your immune system. Hyperactive immune responses suppressed. Which of the following fluoroquinolones is preferred for treating urinary tract infections? Without a doubt, it is Norflox. Norflox is the drug of choice. Norflox 500 mg. Following drugs to prevent conversion from thyroxine to T4 to T3. Does propranolol do? Yes. Propyl thiouracil, yes. Dexamethasone also, yes, it does in prevent conversion of T4 to T3. Carbimazole, no. Carbimazole does not convert. So this is again, this question is repeated. This question is repeated. Long-acting insulin analog, again, Dispro, Aspart, Glulicin. All of them are short-acting. So the long-acting is Glargine and Detamir. Even ultra-long-acting is Degludec. Oral anti-diabetic for treating obese patient, metformin. Why? Because metformin has been shown to reduce weight as well. All of the following drugs in treatment of Parkinsonism except bromocriptine, seleginine, roperidol, chlorpromazine. So the answer is chlorpromazine. Right. Why? Because bromocriptine is basically D2 agonist. Seleginine and rasagiline are MAO inhibitors. Roperidol, pramipexole, those are also used. Right. Which of the following is an advantage of buspirone over other anti-anxiety drugs? Effective in severe anxiety, no. High availability, no. Less sedative. Less sedative is the answer they are looking for. So buspirone, 5-HT agonist, less sedative as compared to your benzodiazepines. Which of the following drugs is approved for treatment of alcohol addiction? Naltrexone is approved. Only drug, one of the drugs which is approved is naltrexone. You will not give disulfiram because disulfiram is prevention of alcohol withdrawal and things like that. It's not for treatment. Treatment only one drug, naltrexone. Naloxone is opioid antagonist, which is oral. Naltrexone is for alcohol addiction. Which of the following drug is used in treatment of febrile convulsion? Drug of choice, rectal diazepam. So the answer is C. Tamoxifen is used in treatment of, now tamoxifen is SERM. SERM is selective estrogen receptor modulator. So the answer is estrogen dependent CABRS. Following antidepressant is referred to as SNRI. So which of them is an SNRI? Venlafaxine. First venlafaxine and venlafaxine, both of them are SNRIs. Which of the following insulin analog is called as peakless insulin? Now again, when will you not have a peak? When it will be long acting. So Lispro, Aspart, Glulicin, all of them are short acting. They'll have peaks. Glargine and Detamir, no peaks, long acting, peakless insulin. Which of the following macrolide is effective against Mycobacterium leprae? Remember it, it is clarithromycin, right? It is clarithromycin. Misoprostol is a synthetic analog of PGE2, right? And PGF2 was, which was PGF2? Carboprost. Carboprost is PGF2. Misoprostol is PGE2. Dinoprostone is PGE1. Huh. Non-hypercalcemic analog of vitamin D topically in the treatment of plaque psoriasis. Remember, it is calcipotriol. No other way to remember it. Drug of choice for plaque psoriasis is calcipotriol. Which of the following agents not used in treatment of methanol poisoning? Ethyl alcohol, yes. Naloxone, no. Naloxone is an opioid, na? Opioid का antagonist है वो. Basically, you will use it in antidote, not antagonist. Antidote for opioid poisoning is naloxone. So ethyl alcohol, yes, because it will compete with methanol. Fomepizole, yes. Sodium bicarbonate, yes, because there is acidosis, so you want alkalinization. Naloxone, no. Tetracycline causes vestibular toxicity. That's why it's no longer given. Basically, it is doxy. Answer is doxycycline. Doxycycline 100 mg. Which of the following drug most effective in amoebic cyst passes? Amoebic cyst passes is your luminal amebicide. So you will have diloxanide furoate. Right. Following vaccine as an adjuvant in immunotherapy, maybe for the 6th time it is being repeated. It is the answer is BCG vaccine. All of the following are beta-lactam antibiotics except cefoperazone, no, it is a cephalosporin. Imipenem, no, because it is a penem group of enzymes. Astronam and uske साथ. Sulbactam, no. Dicloxacillin, dicloxacillin है, beta-lactam है. Cefoperazone, right, cephalosporin भी है. Sulbactam, yes, because it is penicillinase inhibitor. Imipenem, carbapenem, no, these are not. So the answer is D. Answer is D, it's not dicloxacillin. Dicloxacillin is a beta-lactam antibiotic. Fast-acting erythrocytic schizonticide is all except. Is mefloquine fast-acting? Yes. Artemisinin, yes. Quinine, yes. Not doxy. Doxy does not act. So the answer is doxy. Which of the following barbiturate shortest acting? I've reconfirmed it. Shortest acting is thiopentone sodium. It is not pento or seco. It is thiopentone sodium. So the answer is D. So the next antifungal to treat invasive aspergillosis. Drug of choice for invasive aspergillosis is voriconazole. Right. Lithium toxicity can occur because of loss of sodium. So if there is increased sodium loss, lithium will not be lost, and as a result of that, what will you have? Lithium toxicity. What is zanamivir? Zanamivir is a neuroaminidase inhibitor. There's no point in knowing the significance. Just remember, it is neuroaminidase. Zanamivir, neuroaminidase inhibitor. Colchicine acts by which of the following mechanism? Colchicine acts by promoting uric acid excretion, right? So colchicine, that's why it's used in rheumatoid arthritis, because you don't want uric acid crystals to be deposited. So it will promote uric acid secretion. Allopurinol will inhibit uric acid formation by xanthine oxidase inhibitor. So allopurinol is xanthine oxidase inhibitor. Colchicine is your uric acid excretion. Which one of the following is a mucolytic? Told you again and again, bromohexine and bromohexine and ambroxol. Bromohexine and ambroxol, both are of them are mucolytics. Pharmacokinetic parameter of sulfadoxine and pyrimethamine. Now, why is sulfamethoxazole combined with trimethoprim or sulfadoxine combined with pyrimethamine? Because they have similar half-life. So the answer is plasma half-life. The answer given here is incorrect. It is not option D. It is plasma half-life. Which of the following anti-diabetic drug promotes peripheral glucose utilization through anaerobic glycolysis? Again, the answer is metformin. GABA transaminase inhibitor. Answer is vigabatrin, right? The answer is vigabatrin. It is not gabapentin, right? Postmenopausal osteoporosis is treated with tamoxifen. क्या था? It was SERM. But postmenopausal osteoporosis, raloxifene. Which of the following is not used to treat methanol poisoning? Ethyl alcohol, yes. Bicarb, yes. Folinic acid, yes. Disulfiram, no. Acute methanol poisoning, you will not use disulfiram, right? Because it will inhibit acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is formed, but aldehyde dehydrogenase inhibitor, right? So we will not use disulfiram. So the following is not a beta-lactamase inhibitor. Sulbactam, yes. Tazobactam, yes. Clavulanic acid, yes. Monobactam, no. Monobactam is aztreonam. Aztreonam has no relation with beta-lactamase inhibitor. So ampicillin, sulbactam, amoxicillin, clavulanic acid, and piperacillin, tazobactam. Drug of choice for radical cure of oval and vivax is primaquine, no doubt. All of the following are anti-pseudomonal microbial agents except ceftazidime, yes. Clarithrol, yes. I'm not pretty sure between aztreonam and carbapenicillin. Just check it once. Which of the following is essential component of any antiretroviral boosted protease inhibitor regimen? Now, these are two drugs which are always given together: lopinavir, ritonavir. Now, lopinavir is an antiviral, but what is ritonavir? Is ritonavir an antiviral? No. Ritonavir is an enzyme inhibitor. So, what will it do? It will retard or decrease the enzymatic degradation of lopinavir, and it will increase its effect. So, the answer here is ritonavir. The answer given behind is incorrect. Which of the following immunosuppressant calcineurin inhibitor? Tacrolimus, T cell inhibition. Ivermectin is used in the treatment of all of the following except scabies, yes. Pediculosis, yes. Onchocerciasis, yes. Ringworm, no. Ringworm is a fungal infection. So ivermectin is not used in fungal infections. Asthmatic patients, bronchospasm most likely precipitated by. Now this is again a very good question. Salbutamol, beta 2 agonist. That's a drug of choice. Esmolol, metoprolol, what are they? They are beta 1 selective. Whereas propranolol is non-selective. So non-selective के साथ सबसे ज़्यादा दिक्कत आएगी. So the answer here is propranolol. Drug used, which of the following is used in pseudomembranous enterocolitis? Answer is vancomycin. Which drug causes it? Clindamycin. Clindamycin is a lincosamide. It causes pseudomembranous enterocolitis, and drug to treat it is vancomycin. Drug of choice in mild to moderate morning sicknesses: doxylamine and pyridoxine. Just remember it. Right. One of the following is used for treatment of acne vulgaris, has a very high teratogenic potential. You will not give that. Answer is vitamin A. So vitamin A का दूसरा नाम क्या है? Isotretinoin. So you will not give isotretinoin in pregnant women. So the answer is vitamin A or isotretinoin. Following sites are most vulnerable for acute toxicity. Acute toxicity कभी होगा when you have cells which are dividing maximally or which are labile cells. Bone marrow cells, yes. Brain cells, do they divide? No, brain cells don't divide. Hair follicles, yes, maximum they'll divide. Intestinal endothelial नहीं, epithelial cells आना चाहिए था. But ठीक है. So if considering this as intestinal epithelial cells, the answer is brain cells. Right. Yes. Next question. All of the following drugs have potent mineralocorticoid activity. See, again, 3 years back, this question was repeated. Aldosterone, yes. Deoxycorticosterone, yes. Dexamethasone? No. Dexamethasone has which effect? Glucocorticoid effect. Fludrocortisone, again, mineralocorticoid effect. So the answer is dexamethasone. Which of the following antihelminthic is most safe during pregnancy? Albendazole. All of them not given. Albendazole 400 milligram single dose given. Following drug is most effective in cyst passers. Again, answer is diloxanide furoate because it is a luminal amebicide. Which of the following is not a beta lactamase inhibitor? C. Sulbactam, yes. Ampicillin, sulbactam. Amoxiclav, yes. 625. Piperacillin, tazobactam, yes. Monobactam, not a beta lactamase inhibitor. Which of the following thyroid inhibitor drug produces fastest action on thyroid? Fastest action is propylthiouracil, which is used in pregnancy. All of them relatively take time. Carbimazole also takes time, but shortest and fastest action is propylthiouracil. Antifungal can easily enter cerebrospinal fluid. Remember, no other way of remembering it or mugging it up. That is the answer is fluconazole. Next question is drug which can be used to treat Mycobacterium avium complex infection is, answer is, which cannot be used is pyrazinamide. Rifabutin, yes. Rifampicin, yes. Clarithromycin, yes. Ethambutol, yes. But pyrazinamide has no activity against MAC or Mycobacterium avium complex group of organisms. Estrogen therapy can worsen all of the following except acne. Can worsen endometriosis, yes. Proliferation, migraine, yes. Vasodilation. Polylithiasis, why? Because it will not promote peristalsis. All of the following drugs are effective for chronic neuropathic pain except gabapentin, yes. Vigabatrin, yes. Pregabalin, yes. All GABA analogs, they can reduce your pain. Inhibitory, na? Pain will be reduced. Duloxetine, no. Fluoxetine, duloxetine, ये क्या था? SNRIs थे. यहाँ पे use नहीं होंगे. Which of the following antihistaminic has good topical action? Azelastine. I told you, azelastine is eye drops. You'll use it. Which of the following aminoglycoside has widest antimicrobial spectrum? Gentamicin. Injectable gentamicin is one of our most premium drugs, which has a very wide antimicrobial activity. All of the following drugs are effective against herpes virus infection, except because zanamivir was neuroaminidase inhibitor, and that was against influenza virus, not against herpes virus. So acyclovir, cidofovir, formivirus, and all are against HSVs, and zanamivir is against influenza virus. Action of pentothal sodium is terminated through all routes except. So through hepatic metabolism, renal elimination, yes, distribution, pulmonary excretion, that's true, because these are inhalational anesthetics, so they are excreted pulmonarily, but they are not metabolized. The following drugs not used to treat methanol poisoning against disulfiram is used in long-term management. It is not used in acute methanol poisoning. Remember it. Right. So, which of the following antitubercular drug is used associated with retrobulbar neuritis? Answer is ethambutol. Ethambutol, retrobulbar neuritis. Rifampicin, red discoloration of urine. Streptomycin, ototoxicity, nephrotoxicity. Pyrazinamide, peripheral neurotoxicity or peripheral neurotoxicity. Which of the following adverse effect is most likely to occur with inhaled corticosteroids? Now, with long-term use of inhaled corticosteroids, what will happen? Some amount of your corticosteroid will be deposited in your buccal mucosa, and that can lead to opportunistic fungal infections such as candidiasis, also known as thrush. And which drug will you use? Clotrimazole or nystatin mouthwash. Which of the following drug is not useful during acute severe bronchial asthma? Salbutamol, yes. Hydrocortisone, yes. Aminophylline, yes. Cromolyn sodium, no. It's used for prophylaxis. Why? Because cromolyn sodium is a mast cell stabilizer. Already mast cells have released histamine, so there is no point in stabilizing mast cell membrane further. Viscodil is a stimulant purgative. Docusate is a stool softener. Bulk forming are cellulose. Osmotic is lactulose. Which of the following drug is less effective for prophylaxis and motion sickness? Metoclopramide, yes. Cenarizine, yes. Scopolamine, yes. Cyclizine is generally not used. As compared to T4, T3 is more plasma protein bound. No. It is short acting. Yes. T3 is more short acting, and it is more potent as compared to T4. Has delayed action? No. It has immediate action. So T3 is short acting, more potent, immediate action. So the answer is B, short acting. Finasteride acts by 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. Right. Finasteride and minoxidil, that's why they are used for hair growth. 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, so testosterone to dihydrotestosterone nahi hoga. Your hair growth will be better, hair loss will be yes. Insulin actions include all except glycogen synthesis, yes. Gluconeogenesis, decrease, yes. Decreased lipolysis, yes. Increased ketogenesis, no. They will not promote ketogenesis or ketone body formation. They will promote glycogen formation. So glycogen banega, gluconeogenesis कम होगा and lipolysis भी कम होगा. And instead it will produce lipogenesis. Which one of the following is fourth generation cephalosporin? Again, a repeat question for the third time. Cefepime, cefepirone, PNP, fourth generation. Ceftibutane, ceftibiprole, which is fifth generation. बाकी 1, 2, 3 तुमको याद करना पड़ेगा. Which of the following antibiotic is more likely to cause pseudomembranous enterocolitis? Drug of choice to treat it is vancomycin, but which drug causes it? Clindamycin. Red man syndrome, vancomycin. Which of the following statements is incorrect with respect to aminoglycosides? Bacteriostatic, galat. Tetracyclines and chloramphenicol are bacteriostatic. Aminoglycosides are bactericidal. So the answer is A. Distributed extracellularly, yes. Excreted unchanged in urine. Teratogenic, yes, that's true. One sec. Yeah. Recommended in which of the following type of infections? Skin infections. Remember it. We generally don't use tetracycline for skin infections. Tolerance develops to all of the following actions of opioids, except answer is meiosis. Antidepressant drug that can be used in nocturnal enuresis. See, imipramine has been used historically. So remember TCA, which is used for nocturnal enuresis, it is imipramine. Again, to treat alcohol dependence, क्या क्या use कर सकते हैं? Disulfiram, yes. Naltrexone, yes. Acamprosate, yes. Flumazenil, nahi. Flumazenil is an antidote for BZD. It has no role with alcohol dependence. Disulfiram will not be used for treating methanol poisoning. It will be used for treating dependence. Naltrexone is approved for treating alcohol addiction. Acamprosate, yes. Disulfiram, yes. Not flumazenil. Which one of the following glucocorticoids is used by parental root and cerebral edema? Dexamethasone. Dexamethasone is the drug of choice for decreasing cerebral edema. Sulfonamides used to treat ulcerative colitis is sulfasalazine. Mechanism of action, it's well given. Just go through it once. Sulfasalazine. It is also used in rheumatoid arthritis. Silver sulfadiazine, that's used in burns. Sulfacetamide is eye drops. Primary indication of tamoxifen is CA breast, estrogen dependent CA breast, because tamoxifen is a selective estrogen receptor modulator. Which one of the following is an immunostimulant? BCG vaccine is an immunostimulant. So you use BCG. All of them are immunosuppressants. Cyclophosphamide, immunosuppressant. Cyclosporin, immunosuppressant. Prednisolone, immunosuppressant. Following is a centrally acting skeletal muscle relaxant, baclofen. Baclofen, and there's another drug from the name C. I'm not pretty sure of it, but an MCQ has been repeated. Baclofen is a centrally acting muscle relaxant. D-tuberculin is a non-depolarizing muscle relaxant. Succinylcholine is a depolarizing muscle relaxant, and dantrolene is a direct muscle relaxant, direct action. Remember these questions will be definitely coming, and I don't want you to get confused at that point in time. All of the following statements about calamina 2 are incorrect, except it is pink in color due to ferric chloride. It has good soothing and protective action, no astringent effect, has counter-irritant effect. All are correct, so this is incorrect. It is pink in color due to ferric chloride. No, it is generally whitish in color, right? It's not pink. Right. So Salk and Sabin. So Sabin is oral polio vaccine. Salk is basically, remember, killed se likhna inactivated polio vaccine. So Salk is inactivated polio. Sabin is oral polio. What is Zoludon? Zoludon is a selective LOX inhibitor. So it will inhibit leukotriene synthesis. Drug of choice for controlling postpartum hemorrhage, without any doubt, it is oxytocin or pitocin drip. Antithyroid drug safe in pregnancy, P for pregnancy, P for propylthiouracil. All of the following are highly sedative antihistaminics except promethazine, fexofenadine, dimenhydrinate, hydroxyzine. So A, B, and D, all of them are older generation antihistaminics. Newer generation are fexofenadine and Sinarest or Sinarizine. So these will cause less sedation. So the answer is fexofenadine. Low dose aspirin is to be given only once daily at night. HQ or HD at night. Xanthine oxidase inhibited by allopurinol. Colchicine is urinary excretion of uric acid. Allopurinol is xanthine oxidase inhibitor. So it will not promote uric acid formation. Livedo reticularis, again, it's a straightforward no-brainer. Answer is amantadine. Amantadine causes livedo reticularis. Remember it. Gray baby syndrome, chloramphenicol. Tetracyclines cause bony deformities or collagen deformities. Cephalosporins, individual effects are there. So chloramphenicol is basically gray baby syndrome. Remember it. Which one amongst the following is retroviral protease inhibitor increases risk of urinary calculi? So the answer for this is, yeah, so the answer is nelfinavir. Nelfinavir has an increased risk of causing urinary calculi. Right. Which of the following is live attenuated vaccine? Answer is mumps. If mumps was not there, you could have gone for BCG. Drug of choice for labor induction, oxytocin. Super infections are common with. Now, super infections are generally common with use of narrow spectrum, no. Broad spectrum. Short course of antibiotics, yes. When you don't complete your antibiotic course, you are more likely to get it. Use of antibiotics that are completely absorbed from small intestine, nahin. But if completely absorbed, it's good. If not completely absorbed, it will exert a local effect and your good bacteria will also die. Right. Antimalarial drug effective in pre-erythrocytic phase in liver is proguanil. So proguanil is your basically erythrocytic phase. Advantage of third generation cephalosporin over first and second. See, third generation, as you go down the generation, your activity against gram-negative bacteria increases. So the answer is D. Drug of choice for MRSA is vancomycin. Yeah, drug of choice for MRSA is vancomycin. Remember it. Leukotriene receptor antagonist in bronchial asthma. Leucast, leukotriene antagonist, Zafir-Leucast. Most important mechanism of mifepristone is most important indication of mifepristone is for causing first trimester abortion. Dexamethasone differs from prednisolone. How does it differ? Yeah, dexamethasone is longer acting as compared to prednisolone. DPP-4 inhibitor, gliptins, sitagliptin, vildagliptin, linagliptin. Most adverse reaction to insulin is hypoglycemia, which is type A, augmented. हाँ, which is predictable कि ज्यादा insulin दे दिया तो hypoglycemia में जाएगा. Drug is an atypical neuroleptic agent. So which is an atypical neuroleptic agent? Olanzapine, pyranzapine, olanzapine, atypical. Which of the following antidote of morphine? Naloxone, aspirin inhibits, COX. Drug causing least physical dependence is which of the following causes least physical dependence? Fluoxetine, duloxetine, right? Because there are SNRIs, SSRIs, selective serotonin, very low chance for dependence. Drug of choice for epilepsy in pregnancy is valproate. You'll not use phenytoin, you'll use sodium valproate. But if a female has been using phenytoin, then you will not discontinue, you will continue that drug, right? One sec. Right. So, one sec. Which of the following is used for treating both anxiety with depression? Your drug of choice has to be diazepam. Right. Only anxiety, it was alprazolam, but anxiety with depression, diazepam. Drug of choice for treatment of status epilepticus is diazepam. Right. Steroidal and irreversible aromatase inhibitor. One sec. Yeah, so drug is diazepam. Here is diazepam as well. Steroidal and irreversible aromatase inhibitor is anastazole. Drug used to produce neurolepsis plus analgesia. I'm not sure of it. To just go through it once. Drug of choice in treatment of pseudomembranous and enterocolitis, vancomycin. All of the following are immunostimulants except levamisole, yes. Interferons, yes. BCG, yes. Cyclosporin and tacrolimus, both of them are immunosuppressants, not immunostimulants. So the answer is cyclosporin. Yeah. Topical sulfonamide used to treat infection in burn wounds is silver sulfadiazine. Sulfacetamide, eye drops. Sulfasalazine, ulcerative colitis. Salazine is a MAO-B inhibitor. Tolnaftate, superficial fungal infection. Typhoid vaccines, generally it is given by subcutaneous route. To treat an acute infection, what will you not use? You will not use naproxen. You'll use prednisolone, you'll use colchicine, you'll use probenecid. Both of them will increase your urinary excretion of uric acid. Prednisolone will decrease your inflammation. Naproxen, no. Color vision, ethambutol. Isoniazid, peripheral neuropathy. Rifampicin, red discoloration. Streptomycin, ototoxicity, nephrotoxicity. Longest duration of action, actually it should have been degludec. But if degludec is not there, you should use lente. And long acting is your glargine and detemir. And lisproaspart glulicin was your ultra short acting, right? 1 second. Yeah. So bromhexine is a mucolytic agent. Ambroxol and bromhexine. Which of the following drug causes increased intracranial pressure? Which is it? Tetracyclines. Tetracyclines cause increased intracranial pressure. Misoprostol was generally earlier used in NSAID-induced gastric ulcer. It was PGE2 agonist, but now it is no longer used. Yeah, so we are towards the final end or final lap. Local anesthetic, which is more prone to cause hypersensitivity, is answer is procaine. You don't use procaine. Reddish black discoloration of skin is produced by clofazimine. So skin discoloration, mucous membrane discoloration is clofazimine. Urine discoloration is rifampicin. Uricosuric, which are uricosuric? Probenecid, yes. Allopurinol, no. What does allopurinol do? Allopurinol is xanthine oxidase inhibitor. So it will not form xanthin initially, right? Inhaled sympathomimetic amine, which is not used to relieve an acute asthmatic attack, is salbutamol, terbutaline, salmeterol, all are used. C is not used. So the answer is C. Drug which is an immunostimulant is कौन सा है? Cyclosporin, immunosuppressant. Methotrexate, immunosuppressant. Levomazole, yes, immunostimulant. Cyclophosphamide, immunosuppressant. Selenium sulfate is used to treat seborrheic dermatitis because, right, selenium deficiency causes dermatitis. Following is antiprogestinic. Mifepristone is antiprogestinic. Lactic acidosis is liable to occur in alcoholic patients who are basically on metformin or fenformin, right? Diethyl carbamazine, DEC, drug of choice for filariasis. Final 7 questions. Pentazocine is generally contraindicated. 1 second. And biliary colic, right? General anesthetic which does not possess analgesic activity is thiopentone sodium. It is only an induction agent. It does not have analgesia. Anti-epileptic drug which can cause hepatotoxicity in children is which of the following? Yeah, it is valproate. All of the following benzodiazepines generate active metabolites except oxazepam. Oxazepam does not have an active metabolite. Cephalosporin, which is highly active against Pseudomonas, is ceftazidime, yeah, which is a 3rd generation oral. Hypnocytes of P. vivax, primaquine. If it was pro-erythrocytic stage, it would have been proguanil. Highest incidence of antibiotic associated pseudomembranous enterocolitis has been with the use of clindamycin. Yeah. So with this, we complete the MCQ discussion. As I told you at the outset, few MCQs are to be remembered, few are to be learned. Some do have mechanisms, but expect a lot of MCQs which would have your drug of choice or those which will have interaction with other drugs. And CNS and microbial is very, very important. From your endocrine perspective, corticosteroids, classification important, oral hypoglycemics important, insulin analogs important, and propyl thiouracil versus your carbimazole or methimazole. And for your CNS, your anti-epileptics, your anti-Parkinsonism drugs, and antipsychotics, antidepressants if MCQs ke liye zyada hai, it is not for theory. And for antimicrobials, aminoglycosides is very, very important. Then you will also have anti-malarial drugs. And for SAQs, I think this time you'll have anti-helminthics which can come because even we got that. But for LEQs, anti-malarial is a very hot topic. Anti-TB, anti-leprosy, maybe 1 or 2 questions here in SAQs. But overall, for LEQs, focus on anti-malarials, your oral hypoglycemics, and your anti-Parkinson. Those are a very high yield and a very high chance of coming in your exams. So best luck. This is what I could have done from my side. Watch it at 1.5x speed and I'm sure you'll benefit. Even if many questions weren't repeated in paper 1, I'm sure in paper 2 a lot of questions will be repeated. Yeah, best luck and Godspeed.